Hello everyone, welcome back. As in the previous class, we completed the permanent tissue of the plants. So today we will be discussing a part of the permanent tissue which is the protective plant tissue. So let's start with the today's session, and today in this class we will discuss the parts, or you can say the types of the protective plant tissue. So before coming to our topic protective plant tissue, let me tell you one simple example that nowadays you are using the cell phones and you are also using the laptops. So what material are you using to protect the screen of the mobiles? So dear student, your answer will be you are using the Gorilla Scratch Guard and even the different glass guard to protect the skin, or you can say to protect the screen of your cell phone. In the similar way, to protect the back side of the cell phone, you are using different covers, back covers to protect your cell phone. So dear student, what you are using or why you are using these guards? You are using these guards to cover your cell phone, to protect the screen of the cell phone. In the similar way, the plant parts, they are also covered with the tissues, and those tissues which cover the plant to protect the plant part from mechanical injuries, those tissues are particularly called the protective plant tissues. So what are the protective plant tissues? Protective plant tissues, these are those tissues which are used to protect the plant. So if we have to define the protective plant tissues, then these are the tissues which are present in the plant, or you can say which cover the plant, to protect it. Okay, so this is the definition of the protective plant tissue. Next is, if we talk about the types of the protective plant tissue, then types of protective tissues. So dear student, I just want to tell you that protective plant tissues, they are basically of two types. One is the epidermis, and the second one is the cork. So let's start with the first component or the first type of the protective plant tissue in detail, and that is epidermis. So dear student, if we talk about the epidermis, then epidermis, dear, it is again made up of two words, epi plus dermis. Okay, epi means upon, derma or dermis means skin. Okay, so you can say that epidermis is the skin of the plant. Okay, so in this way, epidermis, now we are going to start, we can say that epidermis is the outermost layer to the plant part. And if we talk about the characteristics of the epidermis, Then what are the characteristics of the epidermis? So first of all, the cells of the epidermis, they are single layered cells, single layered thick cells or flat cells. So in this way, these are the flat cells. Am I clear? Epidermis is the single layered thick or flat cell. Next one, if we talk about the second characteristic, then they are made up of living cells. Okay. Next, epidermis, it is almost present in all the plant parts. Epidermis is present in almost all plant parts. All plant part means in the stems, in the roots and also in the leaves. Okay, so epidermis is present in almost all plant part, but or you can say it is continuous. Okay, while in case of leaf, at the lower side, at the lower surface of leaf, there are present special pores. So I am just talking about the leaf. As I told you that epidermis is present in almost all the plant part, but in case of the leaf, on the lower surface there are present pores, and these pores are called the stomata. Am I clear? These pores are called the stomata. Next feature is, you see बच्चे कि रेनी सीजन में क्या होता है, ड्यूरिंग रेनफॉल जो वाटर है या जो रेन ड्रॉप्स होती हैं वो लीफ की सरफेस पे स्टे नहीं करती हैं. वो क्या करती हैं, वाटर जो है कॉन्टिन्यूसली फॉल डाउन होता रहता है लीफ की सरफेस से. तो वो जो आप कह सकते हो एक सिंपल वे में कि वो वाटर स्लिप होता है. तो वो वाटर लीफ की सरफेस से स्लिप क्यों होता है? बिकॉज एपिडर्मिस जो होती है ये क्या होती है, इन एरियल प्लांट पार्ट्स. एरियल प्लांट पार्ट का मीनिंग होता है बच्चे, लाइक इफ वी कंसीडर, से दिस इज द प्लांट, these are the roots, okay, and these are the leaves, these are the say leaves, and this is the flower or the fruit. What are the aerial plant parts? These leaf, the leaf, the stem and the flower or the fruit which are in contact with the air, those plant part are called the aerial plant part. So dear student, in the aerial plant part, epidermis is covered by a waxy layer which is called the cuticle. So in aerial plant parts, epidermis is covered by a waxy layer called cuticle. So these are the characteristics. Again I am repeating, single layered living cells, and it is present in almost all the plant parts, but in the air in the leaf at the lower surface the pores are present and these are called the stomata. While in the aerial plant part, as I explained you, there is present a waxy layer called the cuticle. That's why rainwater, it flows down from the surface of the leaf. Am I clear? So here I am using the word stomata. So what are the stomata? Stomata, whenever you see the cross section of the leaf, I just want to tell you or show you the simple diagram. Whenever you see the cross section of the leaf, say this is the leaf, and whenever you observe the cross section of the leaf, what you will see, this is the outermost protective layer, and this layer is covered by the waxy layer, okay, and these are present some cells which help in the photosynthesis. In this way you can easily draw. This is the cross section. Here these are the another cells, and this one is the lower surface, and at lower surface this structure, these are the pore which are present at the lower surface, these are present, and again it is covered with the waxy layer. So again if we label it, I am going to label it, then what will happen here? I just want to tell you about this pore and also the epidermis. So what is this? This one is the cuticle. Cuticle, the waxy layer which is present in the aerial plant part. Here we are talking about the leaf, and this one is the epidermis, upper epidermis. Okay, this one is the parenchyma cell, parenchyma cells, and these pores are called the stomata. So that's why I am writing here, stomata are present on the lower surface of the leaf. Am I clear? So next is, if we talk about, now what is the function of this stomata? Stomata, as you know, we all have the nose for the exchange of gases, but plants, they, like the animals, they don't have a specialized organ called the nose for the exchange of the gases. So what the plants have in place of the nose? So plants, they have stomata for the exchange of the gases, and also these stomata, they helps to check out the excess loss of water, because plants, they require sufficient or enough water to perform photosynthesis. So now let us start with the function, that what are the functions performed by the epidermis. So functions of the epidermis. So if we talk about the epidermis, so its first function, as it is the protective tissue, so its first function is helps in the protection. So first, helps in protection from mechanical injury, and shock. Okay, second is stomata helps in gaseous exchange through these pores oxygen enters into the plant and also through these pores CO2 diffuses out of the cell. Third, cuticle helps to check out excess loss of water. Am I clear? So these all are the functions of the epidermis. So this was all about our first protective plant tissue, which is the epidermis. Now we will study about the next one, which is the cork. So please try to make the notes, because these notes will help you a lot to remember all the important points related to this protective plant tissue. So let us start with the next one, which is the cork. Cork is also derived from another Greek word, which means phloem, and phloem means the bark. I am going to tell you. So next is the second protective plant tissue, which is the cork. Cork, or you can say the phloem, which means the bark. Okay, so बच्चे cork जो होता है, cork is also another tissue, protective tissue present in the plant. And if we talk about the characteristics of cork, so what are the characteristics? Characteristics जो cork के cells होती हैं, cork में क्या होते हैं, cork के cells क्या होती हैं, they are comprises of dead cells. ओके, कोर्क में क्या होती है, डेड सेल्स होती हैं. एंड ऑल्सो कोर्क में क्या होगा, कोर्क इट इज प्रेजेंट इन स्टेम एंड root. It is present in the stem and the root, and as like the epidermis, on the outer surface of cork there is present suberin, which is the another vexillary. Am I clear? As we have studied in the epidermis, there are present the cuticle, while in case of the cork there is present the another layer, which is the suberin. Okay, if we draw the cross section of the stem or the root, then the cells they appear in this way. In this way you can easily observe the cells, the polygonal cells, and if we label it, then this is the suberin and this one is the cork. Okay, now let us talk about the important functions performed by the cork. Functions of the cork. So as the name indicates, the first and the most important function is the protection. So it helps in the protection of stem and root, and the second one in case of lenticels. लेंटिसेल्स क्या होते हैं बच्चे? लेंटिसेल्स में क्या होता है? whenever the stem got old, जब older stem के केस में क्या होगा? there are present small pores on the stem and these small pores are called the lenticels, and these lenticels they helps in exchange of gases. Okay, in case of the lenticels, lenticels are what? These are the small pores present in case of the older stem. Am I clear? And any another function if we talk about, then at the commercial scale, commercial scale means at large scale, commercial scale, cork is used to make stoppers, stopper जो आपके गेट्स में होते हैं, to hold it at a place, stopper, etc. So this is all about the cork. Again, cork is another tissue, protective plant tissue. It is present in stem and root. On the outer surface there is present the suberin layer. Okay, and as I have told you this diagram and function, the protection, help in the exchange of gases, and at commercial scale it is also used. So let's take a recap what we have understood today, that what are the characteristic features of epidermis and the cortex, and the next one, from which word both these protective tissue derived, and finally we have discussed the function of both epidermis and cork. So with this today finally we have completed our plant tissue. So in the next video we will start with the animal tissue. So with this again, thanks to all.